Good morning and welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. My brother Doyle sits across from me.
You can't see
lads?
pointing, no.
It's like ET.
Looks like we've got the same arm.
Same colour,
Very good, lad. How are you?
I'm excellent.
Excellent.
I'm on cloud 9.
Excellent. You know what? I'm excellent too, actually. I've just realised where I am, what's happening, what's going on. Excelente is what I am.
Excelente.
You know what I'm saying?
Smash that like button. Let's get your comments in, right? And let's subscribe to the Kop TV if you haven't already.
Right, shall we get into the flow of the show?
There you go.
Hey.
There we go. Yeah. I was going to make a Frimmy joke there, but there's nothing that came to mind instantly.
Let's get into the flow.
But if you haven't seen it already, the worldwide exclusive interview that I did with our new superstar from Holland, Jeremy Frimpong. If you haven't seen it, it's gone viral on Twitter. Everyone's picked it up. The quotes are all over the internet. The views are doing really well on YouTube as well. So if you haven't seen it, here's a little teaser. And you know when you said "all right, la" to the Dutch contingent, I was thinking, hang on, there's something going on here. When you said that, did you realise that Liverpool fans were like, he already knows a bit of Scouse, it will be perfect?
No, I didn't think it was that deep, you know.
Did you not?
No, because for me it's like, Ryan is a Liverpool player. So obviously, and obviously Liverpool Scouser. So obviously, I know how to do the accent. So I was just, yo, Ryla.
He's done it again.
You get it? So I'm just saying, because obviously he probably gets that a lot, you know, obviously because Liverpool. So obviously I just did it to greet him, and I didn't know that went viral.
Super viral.
I didn't mean it for it to go viral. Like that, I had no intentions of that. It was just literally a greeting.
I think when you said it, Liverpool fans around the world were going, all right, lad, he's just said all right, lad. He knows he's coming. Jeremy Frimpong, you absolute beauty.
Jeremy the Remedy. I've been seeing that flying
Jeremy
around.
That's
a
nice
shout.
Tammy shouted that.
Tammy,
he was there yesterday.
Jeremy the Remedy.
So let me just in this show, by the way, we're going to speak about Harvey Elliott, we're going to speak about Mark Guehi, and we're going to speak about Malik Fofana, because I've heard some things about players leaving more than you can believe. Right, but we'll start off with Jeremy Frimpong, right? So let me set the scene, bro. I mean, you've been at these things before with me. So I have to say a massive shout out to Sven. He was the man that brought me down. He was the man that said, you know, I can get you time with Jezza. So first and foremost, none of this would have happened without Sven. And he knows who he is, so big him up. So I had an interview time down slot for, pardon the pun, at 12:20. I think, and I'll tell you why I wasn't pissed off, but I didn't interview until 3:30. Yeah, so there was a lot of waiting around, but let me just set the scene, right? So unfortunately, it was in Manchester. So me, Jack and Jamie.
Why was it in Manchester, lad?
No. Well, listen, he's from Amsterdam. He was born there, but obviously came through the Man City Academy. So he kind of grew up in Manchester. And it was with New Balance and Pathways, which is an amazing charity that basically helps and focuses on footballers who maybe drop out of academies, and it gives them that second chance to find a job. Maybe it's not necessarily in football, it could be behind the camera or accounting. Like I was talking to people from the charity yesterday, and it's a great cause. So we get there, there's like a jerk chicken hut, there's like curry goat rice and peas, patties, you know, shout out to Specs Gonzalez, he was there, PK Humble, Angry Ginge, didn't chat to him with him being a mank and whatnot, but I saw him there, respect to him, like he's doing his thing. So we get there, it's at Power League, so there's like 10 pitches, and you get this yellow wristband, it means you're media, so you go to like the media pitch. So it gets to like 12:30. I'm saying to Sven, like, oh bro, do you know like what time he's turning up? He's like, he's not even here yet, bro. So just mingle, like network, do your thing, which I'm more than happy to do, because there were some massive broadcasters there. So the time starts ticking, and then I see him arrive, and he's with a big entourage of people. Shout out to his brother as well, by the way, who I was chatting with. What a guy he is. He used to play for Liverpool himself in the academy. Yeah.
How old is he?
I'm not too sure. He's probably like late 20s, early 30s, this brother. What a guy, though. Shout out to him. And it got to the stage where he's arrived, and the whole world, it seemed like the world's media was waiting in this pitch to get a glimpse of him.
Of course.
So like there was a tournament going on. So he came in, he watched a bit of the tournament. His girl was there. He had his security and whatnot. And then there was a separate pitch where it was like business stands, like football business stands that have come through this charity. So this is how nice he is, right? You know, when there's these charity events and players get asked to do these things, they kind of want to chuck their nut in, say hello, and then get off. Yeah. But this guy went to every single stall, had pictures of every single person, And then Sven came over to me and he's like, bro, I'm so sorry. Like, I can't tell a man to stop being nice.
Yeah.
He's just so nice.
Yeah.
Like, he can't walk past someone without saying, oh, what's going on, bro?
Massive humility to him, it sounds like, lad.
I've never seen a footballer this
It's lovely to see.
I've never seen it, bro.
Friendly.
And we've seen some big players, me and you.
Yeah,
We've interviewed some big players, but this guy spoke to every single. I've never seen a footballer as nice as this guy.
Good lad, that's what we wanted.
And we love, like, do you know, we at Liverpool, right? We've got the no knobheads policy.
Yeah.
We don't have any bad players. I'm telling you now.
He's going to be great for the dressing room with this type of
so
energy.
Good. And we love him already. He's not even played a minute.
Flo is his best mate as well, so I can only imagine that Flo is pretty similar to him in his energy and his vibe and his friendliness.
He spoke about Flo in the interview, so go and watch that. But so he comes over, and let me tell you, ESPN, Sky Sports, BBC, Goal, Sport Bible,
all the big hitters.
There must have been about, like, the Red Men TV were there. There must have been about 10 others.
Yeah.
And finally, it gets to like 3:30. There's a bit of rain trickling down, and we're outside. So it's Manchester, isn't it? So we're like, I hope the rain holds off. Like, we set up a little seat because obviously I'm a lot taller than him. So Jack was saying, you need to be sat down because you'll be up here. He's there. It's bad for the camera angle. Yeah. So we set up, and then someone comes out. I won't say who it is. He's another presenter, but he was like, oh, we're first. And Sky Sports looked at him and went, Kop TV's first. Not even me. Sky Sports was told Kop TV is getting the first interview.
Oh, look here, we lads. Hey.
He's getting the first interview. So
Very
this guy
lucky.
comes over and says, oh, if we get him first, we'll bring him over. And everyone's like, no, Kop TV's first. So as he's coming on the pitch, everyone's running over to get selfies. One guy actually does stop him and does a little TikTok thing with him. So that was fine. But as he's walking over, I can see everyone is now coming to our corner.
Trying to get
right?
him.
Not even to interview him, because now they know the
the
order. So it was Kop TV and then someone else and then Sky. And
so we got
everyone else
first.
got him. We were first.
We're lucky.
And for me personally, as someone
lucky.
who's been like
Thank you.
student of not only just football, but a student of my work, I've grown up watching presenters. I used to want to be a Sky Sports presenter. I've seen them all. The BBCs. I saw all these people and broadcasters I looked up to and wanted to be a part of when I was a kid. But to see all of them waiting in line for me to finish as the first one, for me personally, yes, the interview was amazing and it's gone viral and quotes have gone everywhere in loads of languages. But for me as a presenter, as a student of the game, and someone who's, you know, watched how this industry works for the last 20 years, that was my biggest win on a personal level. Yeah. The fact that all these guys are waiting around and he's coming to me first.
It's about the acknowledgement, right? We've been doing this channel for ages, and obviously we weren't the biggest fish when we... What? Gilly's wet himself, so I'll carry on. We weren't the biggest fish in the world. Look at the state of him. Look at the state of him.
For audio listeners, I've just swilled myself.
Like fully. It wasn't a little bit of water. It was his whole bottle nearly. He's just swilled and made. It's hot anyway. He'll dry out. He'll be all right.
Actually, you probably could do that.
He actually is a wet wipe now. Look at him.
I don't know what's happened there. Who's done that? Who's taken the lid half off there, Hass? Probably me.
What was I saying? Little fish, lad. When we first started,
just looked stupid. But anyway,
yeah. When we first started, we were little fish in a little bit of water like that, and you know, to build up to get to be able to interview players, and we've done a few now. It's just wonderful, and we're very lucky and grateful. And even Gilly saying like somebody else wants to come in. It's not shade that we're throwing. Like, we know this world is super competitive, and everybody just wants to get there so they can be successful, and we totally understand it. And that's why we're very grateful that we got the first opportunity. Especially getting acknowledgement from these big, huge hitters like Sky Sports.
That said, oh no, Sky said to this guy, Kop TV at first. And I was
lucky.
like...
Lucky, lad.
And I didn't even say anything. I just kind of watched the situation unfold and was like, we're doing all right. We must be doing all right to be getting these opportunities. And
very lucky, lad.
Look, I don't want to sit here and go, look at me. But just a little moment of like, we've come quite far. Yeah. Right, me and you started this channel. And guess who else I met yesterday, bro? Conrad was there.
Was he? Yeah.
And I went up to Conrad.
Lad, what's happening, brother?
I went up to Conrad and I was like, you're the reason I met Doyle. And that's the reason Jack's standing over there. It was one of those moments where like 5.5 years on, you go, wow, if I never met Conrad on that day, I would have never met Doyle.
What did he say?
I went up to him and was like, he's
a legend, man. He's a good lad.
He's doing really well.
He's a good boy.
He's a good lad. He took some pictures, actually. He's going to send them over. I couldn't believe it. And I said to him, like, this guy is the reason. Like, Yanni was there, Miles was there, all our friends. But I was like, and Aaron was there. I was like, this guy's the reason I met Doyle. So it was just a little moment for me where I thought, you know, we're doing all right.
And we just won the league and that. It was
just won the league, and he's speaking to us first. And bro, he's so raw. As he sat down, he went, so am I looking at you? Am I looking at the camera? It's almost like, have you never done this before?
Jeremy?
Yeah.
Yeah, lads,
but I love that about him.
Yeah,
he's so like innocent in a way. And so
he's not trying to play cool, lads. It's not innocence, lad. It's an authenticity. He's not trying to play cool. He's not being the cool guy.
That's just
he's
him.
Confident. Every interview that I've seen of him, he's an incredibly confident lad. But he's got an abundance of humility, and that's exactly what we need in a team. A winner who shows where he can learn and how he can get better.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful way to live life and be a footballer, lad. So I'm so grateful that we've got a good personality and a good footballer.
So he sat down. Initially, it was 10 minutes. Everyone was getting 10 minutes. But I could sense that because there was just such a big queue of people, when we started our interview, bro, I'm telling you, there must have been 100 people.
Lots of people waiting for him.
There was 100 people.
You need to go and watch it, you know.
The world's media was behind this camera whilst Jack's camera whilst we were chatting to him.
Jack's
so
like,
it was
1
10
minute.
minutes. And Jack was like, I'll give you the wink at like 8 or 9 minutes. We get to 8 or 9 minutes, and then someone said like, wrap it up kind of thing. But because I was there in the moment, I was like, no, I'm asking one more question.
As much as you can.
I'm going to say, what's your ambitions for the season? You're looking forward to linking up with Mo? Those were the
Don't
two questions.
say the things yet. Wait, because you need to wait. Just they need to watch it, lads.
But bro, most people who are watching this now have watched it. It's on 44,000 views on YouTube.
Jeremy Frimpong's on the channel.
On the Kop TV.
I know we've had some boss ones. We've had Ian Rush as well, but like
Curtis,
generally,
Harvey.
this is like right now. It's happening.
Yeah.
He's just joined the team. He hasn't even kicked the ball yet. This is a fresh player.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
And at the end, he was like, "I'll see you in Hong Kong, bro." Because I'm obviously going to be with him in a month in Hong Kong.
I can't wait to see him kick a football for Liverpool now.
The kind of takeaway from the interview is how excited I am now, and how much as a fan we've seen him realise how big a deal it is to play for Liverpool. I play for your club, Dad. That was his line, right? He understands before he's even kicked a ball how big this club is and how important it is to play for us.
He's constantly getting asked about Flo and Liverpool.
Yeah.
And he's very rarely speaking about himself. And I do like the way he shines a light on others as well to brighten their shine. And he's consistently bigged up Flo. And we'll talk about him
and he
in a
said,
minute.
Flo's my guy. And I said, like, your vacation, bro, your best friend is joining. Like, how special is he? And he was like, yeah, man, like, that's my boy. And it got to the point where it was about 8 or 9 minutes. We got the longest interview out of anyone.
Lucky.
And then as soon as it finished, I was like, right, let's get back to Liverpool and get this out now. So we had to send it for sign-off. So we sent it for sign-off. Initially, they were like, oh, can you take out where he says big man ting? And can you take out where he says raw? I was like, leave it in.
That's who he is.
That's who he is.
Yeah.
You can't change him.
Yeah.
And people love him for that.
Yeah.
And even in the chat, people saying, never media train this
Don't
guy.
need,
He's
that's
perfect the
point.
way he is. Like, leave the big man ting stuff, leave it all in.
Yeah.
And like I said, bro, it's been chopped up and put online. It's gone viral.
You want to see footballers that are like us. That's the whole point. They're just young men that have grew up and become footballers, but they're the same as us. They have the same language, the same reference points, cultures. Yeah, good lad, checking. Scan there on his water bottle. That's what you want, lad. So honestly, I haven't actually watched it. You know, I can't believe that I haven't watched it. I feel ashamed. I need to go and watch it.
And he speaks about surprising his dad. He wanted to hold it back till the very last minute, but he was like, Fabrizio was all tweeting.
Yeah, of course, it's everywhere.
And he said the moment his dad knew it was happening, he was in his house, and he was like, I'm traveling to Liverpool for my medical. And he was like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm doing it, Dad. I'm going to play for your club.
That's insane.
And it was so beautiful. So honestly, we dap it up. We have a little picture at the end. He gets off to his next interview. And then everyone's like, bro, that was incredible. Like, friends from the industry are filming me, sending me videos like, bro, that was sick. Like, you got the first one. Everyone was watching. And it was a real moment for me, for the channel. And then we were like, let's get out of it now.
Yeah, it's going to go.
And then, bro, we get in the car, start driving away, starts raining.
Lucky.
And I knew everyone else in that queue of people is got to sit there in the rain. And it was great to see the Red Men and stuff. You know, they put their interview out. Ours performed really well.
Yeah.
And it's been picked up. So Jeremy Frimpong, and I have to shout out once again to Sven for allowing that to happen. And these little moments, I don't think Sven realizes like how big this could be looking back in a year. You know, once we go to Hong Kong and interview the players there, once we get bits and bobs work throughout the season, I don't think people realize, you know, people that help you along the way, and you say thank you so much for what you've done. They go, it's all right, bro.
Yeah, because it's not to them.
You don't understand what you've done.
It's a milestone. This. Yeah. It's about we're building credibility for the channel, right? we've been doing this and talking ourselves for years.
We started this channel, me and Doyle, at the end of 2019.
On a football pitch. Yeah. Genuinely, we just went, should we do this?
With this guy, Conrad, who
introduced us.
Yesterday, who introduced us.
And we're trying to build credibility with the channel by interviewing these players, right? And we're getting closer and closer to the club, Liverpool. We're almost at touching distance with it, and it's so special because it's connected to our hearts and your hearts, and that's why we've been wanting to do this. So when Guehi's talking about this now, it's a milestone, not just for himself, but it's a milestone for the channel, for you guys, because it means we can deliver better content to you, more exciting stuff is just going to keep coming and building as we develop this channel with you lot. And we're just very grateful. Honestly, we're not talking about this to be big-headed. It's not that.
We're saying
it's
thank
eternal gratefulness. Like, wow, we're so lucky to be able to do these things and have opportunities.
I genuinely think, apart from
we're very lucky
being a footballer or being Liam Gallagher in a rock band, like, I genuinely think I've got the best job in the world.
And I know we both do.
And we both do, and we wouldn't have that without the people, and the comments reflect that. Like, I genuinely feel like Kop TV fans, people that watch the Kop TV every day, I think we've got the best fans.
We're lucky.
Like, genuinely, I think we've got such an amazing community that we've built on this channel, and the comments reflect that. Great interview, people love it. People are saying, you know, the Kop TV is their favourite channel, and I'm a massive fan of not all of them, a massive fan of, you know, the Red Men, the Anfield Rap, watching people live out their dreams, and this space is big enough for everyone. It's not a thing where you have to bring other people down or say their shit or their shit.
Football's a never-ending pie, lads. It's a never-ending pie. There's going to be football forever. There's going to be apple pies everywhere. Yeah.
The clean-hearted people that we work with and we grow with, and the audience that we have, the fans that we have, people that stop us for pictures. I'm so grateful for it. It's the best feeling in the world to be able to represent. And look, we're not official spokespeople, far from it. No. But we feel like we give you our raw, genuine emotions, and people seem to like it.
It's what we're talking about.
We love you.
Yeah,
we love you. Do us a favour, smash that like button.
Yeah, please,
just quickly.
Great. Yeah. It's like what we were talking about with Frimmy. We just try and bring our authentic selves. There's no script here, you know. We just turn up. We have a few topics that we talk about.
Hot Kopics.
And and hot Kopics. And we freestyle it and just talk about it. And the reason why we freestyle it is because we're so immersed in the football world. It's literally our lives. We're so one-dimensional. We're boring to other people. Yeah. Like, we don't need to have these big scripts. So that's why we're just so grateful that it's actually working out for us. Yeah. So lucky. So lucky.
It's only the start. This is the beautiful thing.
5 years.
We could be here, sat, maybe not this exact table, but in 30 years.
Wow.
When we are 60 odd, we'll still be doing
this. Look at Robbie. Robbie, was the pioneer of all this stuff, right?
Yeah. Mid-50s.
Yeah, and he's still doing it now. And no, but genuinely, lad, he's smashing it. Well, like, he's living.
He's the goat of the whole
He's
thing.
just been with Mary J. Blige and Ludacris in some type of club where he was getting getting drunk with them and that. It's brilliant, mate. Like,
it's pinch yourself stuff.
Yeah.
And who knows what's going to happen in Hong Kong next month, by the way. Like, I don't even know what I'm
Can you speak any Mandarin?
Nah.
No. Well.
No, I'll learn some bits, though. You know me. I like
also, I'm really sorry. It's Hong Kong Mandarin.
Yeah, it's China.
Yeah. No, but it's not, though, is it?
Well, it's his own country.
Yeah.
But I think they speak Mandarin.
I think they also speak very good English as well.
Yeah.
I've had a few of my mates. Charlie lived in Hong Kong.
Did he?
Yeah. 3-4 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to get on him then for some recommendations. Yeah. So, bro, it's just a beautiful weekend. I had my mum up. There was a Guild Day link up on Friday. Herities. We went to Lark Lane. You know, Saturday night went for the sauna on the water whilst the Cream Classics was on at the waterfront. I did have a bit of a shitter though, because after the interview we went to the Dog and Collar last night for a roast, and then as I was there I got a text saying 2 free tickets to Sting there on the waterfront. And you know me, I love Sting. It's like top 5 for me. I love Sting. And so we're like, school night, let's go down there on the waterfront.
Such an old man, lad.
Yeah, I know, I am. And we get to the thing, and the guy goes, one of the support acts has had a heart attack on stage, so you can't come in. And we were like, oh no, that's awful. So we kind of walked away, and then got back to the flat, and I can hear Sting from the balcony. I'm like, what? Apparently they had like a 20-minute break, and then Sting came out on the waterfront, and we didn't get to see it because this fucking security guard was being a job's worth.
Well, like, maybe he just didn't know. Maybe he just panicked.
No, but no one was leaving. I was like, no one's leaving though. He's like, they will be. And I was like, can we not just go in? We've got tickets. Like, look, tickets. And he was like, you can't go in.
He's trying to do his job, and he like.
But I was like, once in a lifetime opportunity. So I was gutted that I didn't go to that. But anyway, should we talk about Liverpool?
Yeah, I think we probably should now. Sorry about talking about us the whole time.
spoke to a couple people yesterday. I'm not going to say who they are.
Was one of them Frimpong?
No.
he
wouldn't have told me this.
Like one.
But I heard a rumor, and listen, I'll put it out there, and it can either be true or false. We'll see. Time will tell. But I heard a rumor that we're looking at exits for Konate, Diaz, and Nunes, and potentially Harvey. That's what I heard yesterday. I hope it's not true. I heard there's some big hitters leaving.
Konate?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's what I heard. So there's a tweet here from the Standard that says Brighton are prepared to offer 40 million for Liverpool's Harvey Elliott. The 22-year-old is a key target for Brighton this summer. We've already kind of gone round in this. Like, Harvey's already rejected Brighton, like earlier on at the end of the season. I mean, 40 million. I personally think he's 50.
So do I.
If I'm honest.
And I think
50.
Brighton's a great club for him as well, to be honest. I don't know why he wouldn't want to go there. They play attacking football. He can be a creative outlet for them.
And he's had offers from like Leverkusen as well, but I think he's rejecting them because he's still got his heart set on becoming an established starter for Liverpool.
I don't think it's going to happen, lad. I love him, and I think he's great. 100%.
Such a good footballer.
But we've just bought Flo for £116 million.
If you were Harvey, where would you go? Or
Brighton,
would you try and stay? Because you don't have to go, by the way. You've got a contract. You can just stay.
But then is he going to get the football that he deserves to play because he is a fantastic player? And is that going to hinder his progress? Because he is at an age now, is he 21, 22? Something like that, yeah. He's at an age where if he gets good game time now, he can develop himself for the next 3 years and become a really world-class player or a top player. If he misses out on that time, his progress is going to lag. And I just don't want that for him. Is he going to get enough game time at Liverpool? I don't think so. Do you? I don't think he's going to get enough game time for Liverpool, mate.
I think the key marker and thing to remember about this situation with Harvey is that when Klopp left, he said, one of my regrets was I didn't play Harvey Elliott enough. And he still played a lot of games under Klopp, by the way, in that 23-24 campaign. Slot comes in, and I think he plays under 1,000 minutes in the whole season. Obviously scores that winner against PSG, like maybe the best moment in his career for Liverpool. But he's won pretty much everything with Liverpool. And I just think I should never really want my team to sell really quality, amazing players. But this is a business. We know how ruthless the market and the industry can be. And I would want 50.
So would I.
Like, that's a base offer for me. 50.
The only way I could keep Harvey Elliott, and this sounds mad, right, is if he could play on the right wing. If he could play on the right wing to cover Salah and he's happy to stay on the bench.
Gets off, then
then Sand, you can play on the right wing, lad, when Salah's not playing. But when does Salah not play?
But I think he does prefer playing more centrally.
I know he does.
Get on the ball more, start
pinging it around. 3 number 10s, mate. Like, something's got to give you, mate. And I don't want him to go. Of course I don't. It's like similar to what you just said. You don't want to see quality players exit the club, ever. But what's better for him? It's as simple as that. So he's got to think about that. And he's going to feel really jaded about it as well. I think he's going to be really disgruntled and upset with the club because he's come here with hopes and dreams. He's respected the fans. He's respected the club. He's given everything, worked hard.
Fans
and then was sort of just letting him go without even giving him a proper shot. And that feels sore. It's almost like the Carvalho thing, but even we've had him for longer. Level, yeah, I just feel like he's been a little bit disrespected by the club in a way. And I don't think they're doing it on purpose either. It's just the lads in front of you are just that little bit better for our system. It's not necessarily that they're better footballers. Because if you look at Dom and you look at Harvey's probably a better technical footballer than Dom. But Dom's energy is so unrelentless and unmatched that you just got to have him on the pitch because you can't run like that, Harvey. Like, you can't recover the ball like he can. And you can't get up and down the pitch the way he can. And that's what we need for this Liverpool team. So that's why going to someone like a Brighton, where you can be that number 10 playmaker and be celebrated for it, doesn't sound like a bad move. You're still in the Premier League. You can make a name for yourself. Who knows where you can go after Brighton? It's such a sad turn of affairs.
It's just how the business is, though. It's ruthless.
It is really ruthless.
Cold-hearted game. We, as fans, and obviously we've got a bit of insight into behind the scenes and what goes on at a football club, but as fans, you know, there is no room for sentiment in this industry. It's money. It's money.
It's performance, lad. If Harvey Elliott was the best number 10 in this team right now, there would be no talk about him leaving. Unfortunately, he isn't the best number 10 for our system, but he is a great footballer and he should not be disrespected in any way.
100%. So let us know. That's a big hot topic, this one.
Where would you like him to go? Where can he go? How much is he worth? I think they're the questions,
I'd hate to play
right?
against him in the Prem. I'll be honest. I'd
So
hate
would
to
I.
play against him.
He'd come back with a vengeance. And also, if he were to stay, where's he going to fit in? How many minutes is he going to get? Where's he going to play? All of this stuff, let us know.
Pick a couple names from clubs in Europe that you'd like to see him at.
Brighton, definitely. I think Brighton's
No.
good. Aston Villa.
Forget Prem.
Oh.
Think foreign leagues.
Dortmund. Great.
Yeah.
He's young still. It's got that type of profile that Dortmund like. I don't want to send him to the Dutch league
Him and
either.
Joe-
I want him in a top league.
Him and Joe Bellingham. Elliot? Him and Joe Bellingham.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think
That would
Dortmund
be
is
a
a
link
top show for him.
Inter Milan?
Leverkusen. Yeah,
He's already said no to Leverkusen. He doesn't want to be managed by Ten Hag.
That's fair. Oh my days, that's fair.
But Quanta does.
Yeah, I don't know, that's mad. Inter Milan, they've got an aging midfield. They've got Barella next to him. Yeah, that would be a good shout. Somewhere like
Hakan
AC Milan as
Çalhanoğlu.
well, because they've just got rid of Reinders. Like, I know they're
Yeah.
not the same player, but you know,
But
they're
also
missing a
Milan
midfielder.
have fell off a little bit in the last year.
It's difficult to put him somewhere, lad. I think Dortmund, in my opinion,
Dortmund or Inter?
Brighton. I like Brighton, lad. I really like the thought of him
we'd
in a
have to
Brighton
play
team.
against him then.
I get
And
it.
he doesn't want that.
I
He's
get
already
it.
said no
But
to
that's a
them.
good team for him to play.
I know.
I don't understand why he's saying no to that. But unless Dortmund come in, let us know who you think he would go to, which would be a better fit right now. Dortmund or Brighton. I know Dortmund have nowhere near it. They haven't said a word to us, but like I think they would fit well there.
Yeah. Speaking of players that are leaving as well, it looks like Chiesa
Napoli.
is going to Italy. I mean, it's not totally confirmed. Napoli are kind of floating around the idea of
Floating around
Chiesa
everyone,
and Nunes
Yeah.
coming in. But they've got loads of money. They've just bought that Matt O'Reilly from Brighton for 25.
I don't know if they've got
26
loads of money,
million
right?
as well.
The thing with the
They
Italian
have
league
just
is
won the league though.
you
as
don't
well.
win that much when you win
Yeah,
their
you
league,
don't.
though. It's
Scudetto.
mad. It's actually quite sad how little it is. And you know, with the Inter Milan and Juventus in bucket loads of debt and taking off the government and all this type of stuff, it sort of depreciates the value of that league. But I don't know where I was going with that then. Where did it go?
Well, okay, so I'll
Napoli,
bring it
Napoli,
back round.
Napoli are willing to get players in. They've just got Kevin De Bruyne. They want to strengthen the team and go at it again. Nunes would be good there, I think.
Nunes would fit them
I
like
genuinely
a glove.
do. I think
he'd be so good there.
I think he'd
and
have
they're looking
4
at
extra
Chiesa.
chances a game that he has an opportunity
And he'd
to
have
miss.
more time,
You know what I mean?
which is actually probably not a good thing. You need less time.
That's what I'm saying. He'd have four extra opportunities a game that he
Yeah.
can miss if he wants. Yeah. But I think he'd turn good in there just because when you're looking at the pace of that league, his physicality is insane. Like, he is rapid and he's tough and he's strong. In that league, it'll go further than it would in the Premier League because everyone's tough and strong and fast in the Premier League. It excels in everything. But in that Italian league, that's why you're getting Kevin De Bruyne, whose legs are a little bit gone, but he's still got it, being able to play there. So imagine Kevin De Bruyne feeding Nunes.
And if I was Nunes, I'd be like, get me to Napoli because that's what I want.
I'm just imagining Kevin De Bruyne feeding them through, going perfect ball, goal. Yeah, because he's just having
The Roy Hodgson meme.
Yeah, like 15 times a game. No, he'll get one of them. Nunes will get one of them. Lad.
Just one.
Yeah.
Just one. But big him up, man. He's obviously on his way. But there was this report from Sacha Tavolieri, a journalist, who said Liverpool are genuinely interested in signing Malik Fofana to replace Federico Chiesa if he departs this summer. The young French winger, I think he's actually Belgium, from Lyon.
Yeah.
Obviously, Chelsea are heavily linked with him as well. Barry Hunter, Liverpool's head of recruitment, admires him and has placed him at the top of the list, allegedly, according to Sacha Tavolieri.
I mean,
People might not have heard of this name before or know much about him, but I've watched a little bit, as you do when you get linked to these players. And he looks like a very exciting young man.
Yeah.
You know, very technically gifted, fast, quick, scores goals, gets assists. Great. Apparently they're interested in bringing him in to replace Federico Chiesa if he departs this summer. And we've heard loads of rumours that he wants to go back to Italy.
To replace Chiesa, not Diaz.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that is...
How much are you looking on buying him for, though?
Fofana, you'd be looking at...
30, 40?
Yeah,
Yeah.
around that.
I always worry about buying players from the French league for obvious reasons, but we're going to need cover
What
from
are the
at
obvious
some
reasons?
point. The obvious reasons is it's the 6th best league in the world,
Right.
so it means the competition is not that high. The quality in the league is not as good as we would like it to be, meaning that these players come against defenders that they should be able to skin, and they will be able to.
Do you think the Championship is a harder league than the French league?
Not technically. physically, yes.
Yeah.
Like the championship is a
46 games.
grueling, horrible
wanna be in
league,
that
mate.
league, by
No,
the way.
you get kicked lumps out of, mate. And like, without a shadow of a doubt, even just the fixture schedule, no, definitely not. The championship would be-
Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday,
I
Saturday.
can't see PSG going in the championship and just absolutely loving it. They'd hate it. I mean, obviously
Stoke away.
they'd win it. They'd win it.
They don't want that.
Yeah, no,
they would.
they'd win it, of course.
But in the championship, the winner always loses, still loses about 10 games.
Yeah, but they'd end up having a load of injuries throughout the
Yeah.
season because of it, genuinely.
So yeah, Malik Fofana, how much do you know about him? This is a hot topic today. There's two questions to this. Federico Chiesa, does he leave? I mean, as fans, that song, I hope he doesn't leave.
I know.
I really hope he doesn't
F
leave.
off you, I'm a cop right now. That's a belter tune, that. Belter tune.
Best tune ever.
It really is.
So let's hope he doesn't leave for that reason. But the second question is, how much have you seen of Malik Fofana? Would you bring him in? Would you be interested? Apparently, Barry Hunter is Liverpool's head of recruitment. He admires him. When I read Barry Hunter, my brain went to Barry Scott.
Barry
from
Scott,
what's
yeah.
his name?
Sillet Bang.
Sillet Bang.
Sillet
Bang in
Bang.
the dirt is gone. Whenever I hear Barry, that's what I think of.
We need to talk about Konate, lad.
But I'll lead into that
Yeah.
because Liverpool are aiming to bring in Mark Guehi, the Crystal Palace captain, whose contract has 1 year left, for around about 30 million, a figure that nears the potential Quantza transfer fee. However, Palace are unlikely to accept 30 mil, given Guehi's previous 60 million valuation during a failed Newcastle move. They were after 80 at one point as well, don't forget.
He's got 1 year left.
Tottenham, Arsenal and Newcastle also still remain interested, but Guehi, and this is fair, he seeks assurances on playing time, but is open to joining Liverpool if a suitable fee is agreed. Now, I still don't want to believe and still don't think that Konate does leave this summer. I do think that gets tied up. This is just a rumour I heard, but rumours are rumours until they're facts. So Mark Guehi, I guess on paper, would come in to be that third choice centre-back. You know, he'd almost replace Quantza, or would he?
No, I think look at the players that we're buying, brother. We're buying alternative system players. He's trying Slot. Honestly, I'm watching him and I'm like, whoa, this is a smart.
Is he playing
man.
8D chess here?
Yes, lad, and nobody's
Right.
clocking it yet. He's got these different players. The reason why he's got Frimpong and Connor Bradley, they offer two different types of profiles.
Two systems, though.
Connor is more balanced when it comes to defending. Definitely, he can defend better than Frimpong. But Frimpong's pace and ability to get up that pitch is unmatched, lad. It's insane. So what he's and Kerkez as well, right? So what I think we'll end up doing as an alternative system is playing three at the back if we were to get someone like Guehi and have Frimpong and Kerkez bombing it up with in the middle flow to loft it off to them. I can just see it happening, and I think that's why he's getting double positions all the time. Even like Gakpo and Diaz last season, you've seen how he managed it really well. He swapped the positions. He's super dynamic, Slot, and I've read loads about him, and he's trying to buy dynamic footballers, and Mark Guehi is exactly that. Have you seen his ability on the ball?
Yeah.
Bro,
He's probably England's best central defender.
he is. His ability on the ball, he's so calm. I actually think he's more of a replacement for Virgil than I do
Right.
Konate. He's not a front-footed defender. He's clever. He has that little bit of yard off. He knows when to get stuck in. I think he's got the ability to be a Liverpool player without a shadow of a doubt, and he will get playing time. We all know we love Ibu. Ibu is a brilliant defender. But he does have an injury every now and then as well. So even if we don't play that back three, we still got him to slot in for the back four, because Konate is going to have time out this year, without a doubt. You've got an aging Virgil van Dijk who's 33, 34 this year maybe. He's going to need time out for breaks as well. Mark Guehi is going to be a valuable asset. Without a shadow of a doubt, Liverpool's biggest weakness right now, in my opinion, is our centre-back depth. We need more centre-backs. So if we need to pay 60 mil for Mark Guehi, do it, but I don't think we will, because there's 1 year left. So I think it'll go to around 45 million, and I'm happy
I
with
think
that.
30 to 40.
You'll have to let us know if you're happy with that. Me personally, 45 million for a player like Mark Guehi, fantastic. Get him in the squad. Let's get him in now. How old is he? 24, 25?
24, 25.
Brilliant. Young lads. The squad is getting younger and younger and younger, by the way. This is fantastic. Good business. Get him in. If we sell Quantza for 35 and get Mark Guehi for 45, Richard Hughes, lad. You know what I mean? Like, this is good
He's
business.
working, man. He's cooking.
Woo!
He's cooking.
And also, can
it's
everyone...
taking a while.
Do you know what's doing my nuts on the internet, by the way? Everyone's saying that Vert was 150 million. He wasn't. He was 100 million up front with 16 million add-ons in pounds, yeah, which equates to 135 million euros.
Potentially.
It's doing me nothing, lads.
It's not even guaranteed
No,
that those
exactly.
add-ons
If he
get
wins the
reached.
Ballon d'Or, the Premier League, all
Yeah.
that. But even if he does win them things, then have the extra 16 mil because you just won the league. So it doesn't matter. It's doing me nothing, this 150 mil. Sorry, it was off topic.
No, I agree.
But it was
I agree
doing me
with you.
nothing.
I'm with you,
I've seen it
bro.
everywhere,
I'm with
lad.
you. A bit of breaking news coming in just now, according to David Lynch,
Okay.
the respected Liverpool journalist. Milos Kerkez
Yeah.
is scheduled to fly into Liverpool this afternoon to put the finishing touches on his £40 million move from Bournemouth. So
he was in
Kerkez,
Serbia, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what he was doing in Serbia, to be honest with you, but he was there because I've seen a picture of a selfie going like that, lad, in his car. So, fantastic. When does that get announced, do you reckon?
Well, I mean, if he's coming in today, there's a chance that, he could...
It was yesterday. When Flo was, it was the day before, and then he completed his medical, and he
so
did it on
let's
the
say
night.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
He'll
maybe
be holding up the shirt. And again, we're in this position now where all these players are coming in, but we've not had any shirt numbers confirmed for any of them. So Frimpong, I think, will be 30 because that's his number he's had.
Yeah, so that's fine.
At Leverkusen, that'll be 30.
Flo will be 27.
I think Flo will be 27.
Yeah.
What number is
Kerkez.
going to be?
What is he now?
Have we got a number 12? I don't think we've got a number 12.
I don't
He's
think
3.
we
He was 3 at Bournemouth.
Can't be 3 now then.
Endo's got 3.
Yeah. And that's a
Robbo
sick number
and
for him.
26 is a sick left back number as
It
well.
is.
Robbo's got that. So I reckon he could be number 12, me
Could be.
personally.
Could be, lad. I can't see another number for him, to be quite honest with you. And then I
Yeah.
don't know his history of
For
numbers,
left
so I can't
backs,
put one on.
3, 12.
2. I like 2.
Left back. not
I
for
like
le-
2.
Two's
Oh,
a
right back. Yeah.
3, 6 or 12, I think, is a good number for a left back. Or 26.
Stick him at 66, lad.
No, we're not mentioning my man on here, especially after we've just bigged up Jeremy as well, Frimmy.
Have we talked about Flo at all?
We haven't really.
We've got one of the best players in the world. Isn't this sick?
Frimpong said to me yesterday, he was like, wait till you see this guy. He is special. He was like, I'm not surprised. That's how much he costs. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, because he's that exceptional.
And he's literally been on holiday with him like 3 days ago.
You know what I loved? I seen an interview from him, yeah, and he said Flo likes pressure.
Yeah.
He's not somebody that backs
Doesn't
down from
crumble.
it. He actually enjoys it. And if you look at the trajectory of his career, he had a massive injury, huge one, and he had a lot to come back from, and he did. And if you look at him and Musiala, they've had a great journey to become the footballers that they are, quite similar profiles. I am so unbelievably excited to see this footballer play for Liverpool. Like, this is, I've seen him say
What a time it is to be a Liverpool
honestly,
fan. Like,
what the
come on.
hell? Like, I've seen Jeremy saying that Flo is the type of player that makes you love watching football, and he is. Have you seen all his highlights? You just put classical music over it and slow it down and put on slow-mo, mate, and you're just watching art. It's genuine art. The way he almost slows the game down and plays it at his own pace, even though everybody else around him is like chaotic everywhere. He just seems to slow it
Good
down
sound effects,
and go,
that.
you're going there, lads. You're going there. In a bit, goal. Like that, honestly, he's got. I can't see a weakness in his game. I'm lying. One slight weakness, and that is his physicality. Maybe he could get a bit tougher and a bit thicker, but he's 22, and that will come. We've seen it with Trent. Even Trent, just as he's left, then was a little unit. So we're gonna see him. Divock Origi was another one, lad. I don't know if you remember him. He came in slim and left a unit, mate. So honestly, the excitement that I have.
Hendo as well.
Honestly, yeah, Endo's a unit.
Went
Endo.
big as well.
Just to give you context again, Jeremy Frimpong and Flo, I've said this every stream, I need to keep saying this stat, in 2 seasons had 111 goal involvement. That is
joke.
Astronomical numbers. That's what we have.
Yeah.
We've just bought that pairing. This is so exciting to watch. I'm just looking forward to seeing how he acclimatises to the Prem, how all the rival fans are going to deal with it when he's not megging your best defender. And just when he slots it in, he's got an eye for goal as well, you know. That kid can finish. Have you go and watch his compilations, literally, it just seems like everything's so easy for him. Just bottom corner. No problems there. Can't wait to see him play for us. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
We're doing business this year. This is like dreamland stuff. Literally dreamland. And if we get Mark Guehi in as well on top of this, lad,
and a striker.
Do you know, for me, even if we don't get a striker now, I'm happy with the window if we get Mark Guehi. We need a centre-back. In my opinion, we desperately need centre-back coverage. We cannot rely on Joe.
Speaking of centre-backs,
yeah.
Obviously Jarrell Quansah has gone £30 million initial fee plus 5 million add-ons, but the exclusive detail, according to Fabrizio, is that Liverpool have a buyback clause for Quansah to keep future control of the player. We'll see how he gets on.
That's decent.
But also, West Brom are closing in on Liverpool centre-back, my hero, Nat Phillips, on a permanent deal. He was at Derby last year, I think. And according to Christian Falk, Bayern are discussing the transfer of Luis Diaz.
Bayern Munich are trying to take Luis Diaz off us.
Both of them.
Are you just being bitter because we got Flo? Is that what you're trying to do right now? Because what are you doing?
Exactly. So, listen, there's so many moving parts. There's so many maybes. There's so many let's see what happens until September the 1st. I can't, almost once we've got everyone in that we want, I can't wait for the window to shut.
So then, in that, off the back of that, give me your best scenario right now for how the squad looks going into the next season.
Okay. So, let's say we get Guehi in.
Yeah.
Let's say we get AGT in. I think that is a 10. That's probably a 12 out of 10 window. Yeah. You start feeling like that. Start, because we're not stopping.
Genuinely, I've seen
and you're the one, and you're the person that told me how ruthless Slot was in his first window
16
final.
out, 16 in, lad. I couldn't actually believe what I was looking at.
That's why I'm saying these rumours that I heard yesterday, knowing what we know about Slot, and once he gets his teeth stuck into his own squad and his own window where he can buy his own players, implement his own ideas, and not have the hangover of that Klopp squad, there might be some really ruthless, heartless ins and outs. But bro, that's the one. We're gonna try and win everything. I spoke to Frimpong. He said he wants all 4 trophies, mate. That's the kind of winning mentality that we've now got after winning the Prem. We're like, you think we're done?
Yeah.
Whilst you lot are all messing around trying to scope out the perfect person, we'll just go bosh. You want to play for champions?
Champions,
want to win the Champions League?
Yeah.
We're out here making
That's what Jeremy said.
Bosh, you lot are doing niche,
mate.
Yeah,
that's what Jeremy said. Then he said, "I am a champion, and I'm going to a champions team." And
champions, you know.
Yeah,
said,
exactly, lad. Mate, what a time to be a Liverpool.
So it seems like you've watched Sky Sports interview, but not ours.
Just clips on the IG and that. Sorry, lad. Sorry.
Okay. Also, bit of news as well. This has come in. Liverpool FC has secured the highest social engagement in the Premier League for the 2nd season in a row. The record-breaking campaign is the club's most successful season ever on social media. According to the figures from Blinkfire Analytics, the Reds totaled just shy of 1.7 billion engagements across all platforms during the title-winning campaign, 10% more than the previous season and 45% above the second most engaged club in the league this season.
We just need to get a commercially above Man United, and then we can really start digging it in.
Well, let's win one more league, and then it's all ours. David Ornstein, Milos Kerkez set to fly into the UK from Belgrade and undergo medical today. It could even be today that we see it, by the way. The 21-year-old, I thought he was 22, 21-year-old left-back is signing a 5-year deal. So I love it, and I can't wait to see what else happens. So what a time to be a Liverpool fan. Just rejoice. If you have not already watched this Jeremy Frimpong interview, I implore you to go and do that, because it's going to make you smile. It's going to make you so excited for next season. I'm so proud of this interview. It's doing really well numbers-wise, but more importantly, the comments, you guys seem to love it as well. And there's more where that came from, by the way. Like I said, I'm going to Hong Kong, press conferences, interviews. I'm trying to get all of that. So yeah, it's a great time. Smash that like button. Doyle, once again, big up to you, my bro. And we'll see you soon. Take care. We'll be back next week. All the best.